Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely. Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely.
Welcome back to another Wrestlemania review here on YouTube. Today we have possibly the greatest Wrestlemania of all time against another one we'll be reviewing here shortly. We have WrestleMania 17 for you. They were in Houston, Texas, and they had 67,925 people there. So let me just set this up real quick. So, our first match of the night was Chris Jericho versus Commissioner William Regal for the Intercontinental Championship. That was a good match. I think they worked well together in the ring. And Chris Regal retained the title in 7 minutes, 8 seconds. And I was really happy about that because I can't stand William Regal. Then we had Taz and the APA versus Right to Censor, which I don't like Right to Censor either. You could say this was not a good match, or you could say it is. It wasn't terrible. It just was too short. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, Taz and the APA won in 3 minutes, 52 seconds. Just, a good match, I guess you could say. We had Raven versus Big Show versus Kane. So, Raven and Kane started the match before Big Show even came out, which was funny. Big Show came out and then the match started and everything. So Raven goes through glass, which was super cool. Big Show tries locking Kane out backstage. That didn't work. And then Kane, like Big Show, hoists Raven over his head. Kane kicks him, they fall off the stage, and then Kane jumps on them, and then he gets the pinfall, and then Kane is your new hardcore champion, and he won in 9 minutes 17 seconds, and that was a good match. We had Test versus Eddie Guerrero for the European Championship. This, again, was a great match. Eddie Guerrero was with Perry Sanders. A lot of fun. So then, towards the end of the match, both of them worked good together. Towards the end of the match, Dean Malenko comes on to distract Test. And, of course, if you know Eddie Guerrero well, he lies, he cheats, he steals. So, he hits Test with the title, and he wins. So he cheated to win. But if Eddie Guerrero didn't cheat, then he wouldn't be Eddie Guerrero. So Eddie wins in 8 minutes 30 seconds. Great way to go out. And if you hear anything, that was just my notification. So then our next match was Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit. Again, a really fun match to watch. I was just disappointed in the results. So, they both tried to do a lot of submission moves throughout the whole match. It was cool. So Kurt Angle wins in 14 minutes 4 seconds. I think, if I'm correct, he used the tights to kind of cheat, but I wasn't a fan of that. I wanted Chris Benoit to win. We had Chyna versus Ivory for the women's title next. Basically, you could say this is not a good match either, even though I didn't mind it. It was a good way for China to like come back after what happened at the Royal Rumble. So China wins in 2 minutes 39 seconds. A good match. Then we had um you could say night of the match one. We had Shane McMahon versus Mr. McMahon and Mick Foley as a special guest referee in the street fight. This match was so good. We had people going through tables, trash cans getting hit off each other. People like Linda stood up from the chair thinking we'd never see that. Um, then she kicked Vince downstairs. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So then Shane McMahon won this match in 14 minutes 12 seconds after doing coast to coast. I think this was his first time doing coast to coast, honestly. Then we had possibly the match of the night. The Dudley Boys versus Edge and Christian versus the Hardy Boys in TLC 2. This was a really great match. Everything was chaotic. Lots of people went through the tables and stuff like that. My choice that I wanted to win, I wanted the Hardy Boys to win. But like everyone says, you can't get what you want. So I will settle for Edge and Christian winning. They won the tag team titles in 15 minutes 47 seconds. We had the gimmick battle royal. So I will let you know who was all in that. Nikolai Koloff, the Iron Sheik, Earthquake, Tugboat, Brother Love, Kamala, Sergeant Slaughter, Goobly Gooker, the Big Bird, I can't ever say it right, One Man Gang, Doink the Clown, Kimchi, Repo Man, The Goon, Hillbilly Jim, Doink the Clown, Freebird, Michael Hayes, Jim Cornette, and the Bushwhackers, Luke and Butch. This was basically a match to calm the fans down from the last match. Again, you might hear my notification sound. But like I said, this was a match to calm the fans down a little bit, and it was a really good match. I was hoping Brother Love would win. Not that I'm a big fan of him. It's just that his character is really funny. So the Iron Sheik won in 3 minutes 7 seconds after last eliminating, I want to say, Sergeant Slaughter. I want to say him, if I'm correct. So we had another great match of the night. You could say this is also possibly a match of the night. We had Undertaker versus Triple H 1. This was great. They go out in the crowd and onto a stand. I don't know what you call it, camera stand type thing. Triple H gets choke slammed off of it, not that high though. And then the referee gets knocked out. And then Triple H hits Undertaker with the sledgehammer, busts him open, but you know that streak man, Undertaker has to win. So Undertaker wins with the last ride, because he's badass Undertaker here. In 18 minutes and 19 seconds, great match. We then had the main event, no DQ match for the WWE title, The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. This was a great match. Something at the end we were not expecting. Stone Cold Steve Austin turns heel here when he wins the title. He shakes hands with Mr. McMahon. Something we never thought we'd ever see. and Stone Cold won the match in 28 minutes, 8 seconds. So, this has been my WrestleMania 17 review. Let me know what your favorite match from WrestleMania 17 was down below. This has been White Stoner. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a like. He is out.